Lance Rivera says Jay-Z should help Dame Dash.
Speaking of Dame, how you feel about the financial situation he in right now?
I think that Jay-Z, again, I hate to keep bringing your name up, but I think it's some sucker shit.
What up, word? Your boy Charles Brown back again, talking fact. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe and notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. You know 100% I do not agree with this shit whatsoever. I think Dame Dash ego and arrogance got him right where he was, and I think Dame Dash deserves all of the ridicule that he gets because he's dished out a lot of ridicule and he's still trying to dish out ridicule. He's still saying shit like Memphis. He wrote Memphis Bleak rhymes. He's still throwing shots. He's still coming at people, even in his worst state when he's doing the worst of his life. Dame Dash owes a lot of people a lot of money, and it ain't getting no better no time soon. But Dame Dash is still trying to save face. He still haven't humbled himself. He's still talking that boss shit, and we all know Dame Dash is not a boss. At this point, Dame Dash is whatever he can be to not be in prison or not be in jail for owing all this money. So at this point, I think Dame Dash put himself where he is. He burnt a lot of relationships, a lot of business things going on. But for some reason, Lance Rivera believes Jay-Z should help him out. Why? I'm guaranteeing behind the scenes, when Dame Dash still thought he was the 100% unstoppable Dame Dash, I'm sure he said a lot of crazy shit to Jay, that Jay, to this day, it ain't sitting well with him. I still heard shit Dame Dash said that ain't sitting well with me. So imagine what he actually said to Jay that got this dude like, man, you crazy. Ain't no freaking way I'm gonna help this fool. So I feel like what's going on right now is what you reap is what you sow. I've been saying for years, I am just watching this inevitable slow fall of Dame Dash, and I'm waiting for him to humble himself. He still hasn't. He's still trying to act like he's the man out here. It's that old school Harlem drug dealer, 80s, this fucking shit that we developed in the 80s. See, some of us healed ourselves, right? Nas was telling you about the King's disease. Some of us healed ourselves from that way of thinking, that 80s mind state where they was hyper masculinity and just over the top, the drug talk and the money talk and this, that, and the third. Yeah, that's still entertaining, this, that, and the third. But in the real world, you got to understand a lot of things they're not given, they're earned. And when you think that you're this big time drug dealer and you should still be popping because you dealt drugs in the 80s, that's not how this works. You got to open up new businesses. You got to be a better man today, and you got to adapt to the times right now. You can't still keep trying to do 80s things. Get a brick, bust it down, da-da-da. That shit sound good on the record, but not in the real world. Do y'all know that Pusha T owns an ambulance company? Like, this guy really owns real grown man shit. He owns a very successful ambulance company. So it's not all drugs and goony Google shit. So y'all got to understand what real men do. We open up businesses. We do things the right way. We don't open up business, then start arguing with the person we open the business up, then walk away from the business and get sued for the business. That's the kind of shit Dame Dash does. Self-destructs everything. Everything he starts, he half the shit don't finish it, or he does it halfway. Then he wants to be like, yo, it's somebody else's fault. It's not grown man shit to me. And I feel like if Jay jumps in and saves him, throws him a million. Jay, we all know Jay's bad generous. He paid all of Lil Wayne's taxes. He paid a lot of people's shit. People come out and tell you that after 3, 4, 5 years after he did it, yeah, Jay did this and that there. So I don't think he has a problem with giving people the money. I think it's giving Dame Dash the money. Because Dame Dash will get back on his feet and then go and do another video shitting on him. Dame Dash been doing videos for 20 years shitting on him. Why would he help him? And even I fell victim. I'm just gonna be honest. Even I fell victim to like, damn, Jay could throw him something. And this was a couple years ago. And I'm like, Charles, he doesn't have to do anything for him. He's a grown man that got himself in this mix. I believe Jay tried to offer him, he wanted to buy Rockefeller from him. He said, you can have everything else. And Dame was like, nah, you ain't getting that. So then that's what started this war. He was like, oh, I can't have that, then I'm going to have everything at the end of the day. That's why he won't let Dame try to sell the Rockefeller shit as NFT. He's blocked it. Dame tried to sell 1/3 of shit. He blocked it like, nigga, I told you, I'm on your neck forever. You would never, ever sell this shit. It's going to revert back to me in a couple years anyway. So Dame Dash been trying forever, trying to auction this shit, this and that. The state ended up buying that shit because he owed him so much money. Now the state owns it, right? And they taking everything from Dame. They taking his movie studio. They took his YouTube and all this shit. So I believe they took the YouTube. They took something. I don't fucking remember. But at the end of the day, anything of value, Dame had to pay it because he been out here scamming, doing a little bullshit too. That lady won her case. They don't give you cases for no reason. That lady won her case. She gave Dame a large sum of money, some about her book, and they was going to make it into a movie, this, that, and the third. Dame being Dame, fumbled the whole shit because Dame is mad. He's too emotional. He tries to act calm, but he gets too emotional and ruins shit. So Dame ruined the shit in a Dame Dash fashion, and a lot of his followers, even his followers, Dame had the most solid core of fans and people that worked with him. And I remember it was some guy that used to, believe he used to cut his hair or something. This guy had gotten in bed with Dame Dash. He was a big Dame Dash supporter. And Dame, out of nowhere, just turned his back on and walked away. And this dude, if anybody was talking like super highly about Dame Dash, it was this guy. He was Dame Dash's biggest supporter. He said, I would never work with this guy again. He said, this guy is the worst. I'm just telling you guys so you'll know, I don't rock with Dame Dash no more. And that was Dame's biggest supporter. That was years ago. So Dame Dash has flipped and turned everybody against him. And now, and I didn't like. I feel like it be certain agendas too. I watched on the Art of Dialogue, and I meant to talk about this, but I didn't get around to it until this article came out. So when this article came out, I was like, yeah, I want to talk about this because I think got some resentment against Jay. Of course, he allegedly stabbed him. I get it. So it's whatever. But saying that Jay should literally pick up Dame Dash when Dame Dash got himself down like that, and Dame refuses to acknowledge a lot of shit he's done wrong. It's always somebody else's fault. He never says that he did anything wrong. I don't think that you want to help a man that won't even acknowledge that he done something wrong to you. It's always that Jay did me dirty, niggas did me dirty. He's always the victim. But I want to read what Lance Riviera said because I think that he was kind of out of bounds with this one. I'm just going to be honest. And dudes get on these shows, man. They air out shit. It be stuff that be personal, but they'll try to slap it like it's just, I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just being honest. But it be personal little stuff, and they'll be talking at it from a personal opinion. Because you would never tell another man he owes another man. You would never tell a man that. Unless they really did business that he owe him. Their business been concluded 20 years ago. So you don't owe him anything. You're saying he should do it anyway. Right? Let me read this article. Lance Rivera believes Jay-Z should honor the Rockefeller bond. What? And get Dame Dash out of his financial rut. So how deep does the rut go? So how deep does he need to be into Dame Dash? I think Dame Dash owes like $10 million, like something crazy. So Jay got to go in his bag and open it up and just give it to Dame for why? For what? Make that make sense. It don't make any sense. Let me continue. Jay-Z formed an empire with Rockefeller, but that wouldn't have been possible without Dame Dash and vice versa. And Kareem Biggs Burks. Sadly, their bond fractured as spectacularly as it was formed. And now Jay and Dame are in very different financial spots that Lance Riviera wants to equalize. This ain't going good. This sound like this could get really, really weird. In an interview with the Art of Dialogue published to YouTube, unspoken the rumor that Hov stabbed him and experienced an arrest for it. At one point, though, he answered a question about Dame Dash's current financial strife, which mostly refers to a judgment against him over defamation claims. He went against that guy about that. It was another movie, and he said some things, and the guy sued him, and the guy won. Dame be losing these lawsuits because Dame be in the wrong most of the time. But Dame supporters don't know that. Let me continue. More specifically, Lance Riviera thinks the Rocnation mogul should chip in to help his former executive colleague with his money problems. While many fans have wildly different perspectives on this, he thinks the Rock should stand tall and together. Quote, Jay-Z, I hate to keep bringing your name up. He brought the man's name up. No one's asking him. He's bringing it up. But I think it's some sucker shit. Riviera remarked, according to Hip Hop DX, he probably did some things that he did with his money that was, you know what I'm saying? But nah, he's not supposed to be in the situation that he's in. He has to know that Dame has helped him. So let's talk about it. Rockefeller broke up around 02, 03. Right around that era, give or take. That is over 20-something years ago. So you think that over these 20-something years, whatever Dame Dash did for Jay is still ongoing. It's still, the clock is still ticking, and it's still ringing up money that he owes him. And somehow what Jay has to this day, at some point when they split it amicably, they went their separate ways. They both have reasons to make money. Had Dame went and made his money and Jay fell off, do you think he would have did the vice versa? I don't think so. I'm just going to be honest with you. And I think that Lance would be saying, well, Jay need to pull himself up because he's supposed to be this. I think it would be a whole different conversation if Jay was doing bad and Dame was up, right? If Jay was trying to find a record deal and was trying to do some independent shit and it wasn't popping like that and everything he was doing was fumbling and he was owning all this money, I don't think Lance would be saying, yo, Dame should pick Hove up. I don't think so. Because I told you it's a personal thing with him and Jay. Let me continue. In my opinion. Let me continue. For those unaware, Dame Dash financial struggles stem mostly recently from a $4 million payout to filmmaker Josh Weber. He had accused Dame of defaming him with his accusations that Weber stole from him while working on his 2019 movie Dear Frank. Dash had also had many other debts, and his 1/3 stake in Rockefeller went to all to settle all of these matters. So, Dame talked real greasy about this guy. See, people talk real greasy about you until it's time to go to court about it. And then it's like, oh, yeah, let me change the narrative. They ain't trying to make it like, oh, I missed a court date. That's why I lost that settlement. Nah, you missed a court date because you knew you was going to lose that settlement. Okay? So it's a whole different thing. Let me continue. But despite all of these moments of financial strife, Dame Dash is still talking about Jay-Z. I told you, Dame Dash YouTube channel was nothing but wah, and then Jay-Z. It never did no views unless he talked about Jay-Z, which is probably why he stopped the channel. Because everybody was in the comments like, Dame, you're a chatty patty at this point. You don't get no views unless you talk about Jay-Z. So it became like, oh, he became a Jay-Z channel, talking about Jay-Z's lawsuit, this, that, and the third. When the girls accused Jay-Z of this, that, and the third, Dame have the comment like, you don't need to be talking about that. It's none of your business at this point. I'm a YouTuber, so this is what I do. You're not. You're Dame Dash, the mogul. You don't need to become a YouTuber, a.k.a. a chatty patty. You went up on Charlamagne's show, called them chatty patties, and said they was beneath you. And they didn't own nothing because they weren't owners, because they couldn't give their kid a job if they wanted to. That you were a boss and they weren't. That's what you said. So don't become a YouTuber now 15 years later. No. Let me continue. His place in hip-hop discourse and its historical reappraisal still gets a lot of play. However, many folks would probably scoff at the idea of Hove helping Dame out. We also assume that their rift will sadly persist. This is the author of this article, Hip Hop DX. Elsewhere, Jay-Z's possibly working on new music amid all of his other money moves, so we don't expect anything to break up his busy schedule, let alone a financial assist to Dame. And see, this is the thing about Dame. Dame will probably get that gift and minimize it and try to make it like it wasn't nothing. I would have did. Dame comes off to me as very ungrateful. Jay could write him a $10 million check. He'll be like, you owe me this anyway, nigga. Look what I did for you. It would be that kind of shit instead of being like, he wouldn't go live and be like, yo, listen, I said a lot of shit about Hov. I said a lot of shit about Jay. But this man came through for me. I'm really appreciative. Yo, I don't know what I was going to do. He really looked out for me. And I'll never say another bad word about Jay-Z. You will never hear another, this man is solid. He would never say none of that. He would never be like, yo, Jay's solid. He looked out. I can't say enough about this man. This is my man for life. Listen, I got him. He got me. This Rockefeller. No, he'll never do all that. He'll come out, try to make it. He'll try to make it bigger than him. He'll be like, I was getting money anyway. No. It would be mad arrogant. So why would you do that to him? Why would you give him that kind of ammunition? So no, Jay should not help him. I'm just gonna be honest. And I'm a guy that, like, listen, I will help anybody. If Hov choose to help him, then God bless him. I will be right there to support that. But I'm a guy that's like, I'm a guy that try to get your shirt off my back. But at some point, sometimes you laid in that bed and you didn't learn it. You're not humble. And I don't think that he would actually, I don't think he would benefit from it, because I think Dame the type of dude, if he got back on, he would mess it back up again, trying to party and show that he's the big guy again. He's still trying to act like he's the big guy right now. So no, I don't think that Dame need to figure this out himself. I'm going to leave it at that. CLBMG. Let me know what you think in the comments. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. Also, every Wednesday night, we go live on The What Show. Me, TJ, and Fliz. We talk about hip-hop and things of that nature. We get about 200 in the chat. Make sure you're one of them. Get in the chat. Let us know you're there, all right? 8 different platforms. Catch me on all of them. I'm going to catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin, with the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin, and then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh,